Nearly a month has already passed since the destruction of Hurricane Helene first hit land in the United States. Over 200 deaths and tens of billions of dollars of damages have been attributed to the storm's wrath, and in North Carolina, nearly 100 people remain missing. But even as the clouds began to disperse, no one was quite aware of the devastation the storm left in western North Carolina, as the only roads to escape the mountain terrain communities were whisked away or destroyed.
I had no idea at that point in time how devastating this storm was, and I don't think anyone did, because I hadn't heard about it on the news, really.
NASCAR legend and Hall of Fame nominee Greg Biffle was one of the first people to jump into action on his own helicopter, putting his own life at risk to search for stranded families.
I get a text from Stephanie from Victory Air that said, "Hey, do you want to go flying today?" And a link to the Facebook post of a family that was stuck up in Banner Elk at an Airbnb.
Unfortunately, I'm very disappointed we were not able to get up into the mountains where they were. We got within 9 miles of them. But I've got food, water, blankets. I will absolutely get anybody out I can. We're gonna try again tomorrow.
When I got back and landed, the viral video or the social media post exploded.
Within just 20 hours of Biffle's first successful mission, the operation exploded from a couple of individuals to 20 volunteer civilians searching for stranded families and delivering countless supplies in places that only helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft could reach. The team continued to grow and ended up flying up to 165 missions per day per airport.
So what started out to be rescuing one family that was stuck up there turned into 4,000 messages of my family members. I haven't heard from them, my brother, my sister, my neighbors.
Multiple reports estimate it will take 3 to 5 months for power to be restored to communities across the Carolinas, with snow already beginning to fall in the area. Many of those stranded had no way of communicating with the outside world through cell phones or internet services due to the destruction, leaving them with no method to let loved ones know they were okay. Biffle and other civilian volunteers would fly to these locations, set up a Starlink system to allow people to contact their friends and family, and take that and fly to the next location.
We reached out to a friend of ours, Bob Mack, that's on the board of Polaris, has a friend on the board of SpaceX. They facilitated 300 Starlink units. I think the call went in about 3:30 in the afternoon. By 5 o'clock, we got confirmation we were going to get the units. So at 6:45 a.m., in the dark, a truck pulls in with 300 Starlink units. We unload them, load them on my truck, straight to the airport, and in the air on the civilian helicopters to search and rescue, first responders, community centers, larger communities that were isolated.
While there are countless people to be recognized for their heroic services in a time of desperate need for thousands across the Carolinas, a large part of it was started by one post of one man, just trying to help those in need during an unprecedented moment in history.
I don't want to make any comparisons and take away from catastrophic events, but I feel like this is as big as Hurricane Katrina, and it's so widespread, but it's just so hard to see because it's from South Carolina all the way to Virginia. The camaraderie between the American people to help one another and expect nothing in return, just simply send their helicopter, send their stuff out to help a fellow American or help a fellow comrade that needs help. It gives me hope to see that so many people are willing to just help one another.